Adopt Me is removing these pets. Make sure you go and get them before they go and leave the game. As you might know, Halloween's update inside of Adopt Me is coming to an end, and that means the lovely kitty bat will no longer be obtainable. Yes, you can still go and keep it in your inventory after the event, it's a permanent pet. But the next Halloween update means that you're gonna not be able to go and get the kitty bat, but you can still go and obtain the other pets, and let me explain how. First of all, Adopt Me is going and doing a special update that goes and gives you a bunch more candy before this Halloween update leaves. So this Friday, instead of going and getting any new content, instead of going and getting any new pets, instead what we are going and getting is a bonus 20% candy. Now, what I mean by that is whenever you go and win a minigame, instead of getting the regular amount, say you normally get 1,000, you'd now get 1,200. Same for this little grab bag. You know what it says right here? You'd normally get 1,000 candy. Well, if you that and got the 1,000 candy, instead you would receive 1,200 candy. What Adopt Me is doing is increasing the amount by 20%, which is great. So if I take this right now, instead of getting 250, I would get 300, which is 20% added on of the 250. So you're basically able to get candy easier. Now, why are they doing this? Well, it's to celebrate the end of Halloween, and they want people to go and try and get that goal. Imagine you are somewhat close to going and getting a legendary. You don't quite have enough yet. So Adopt Me is being generous and basically allowing you to go and get it faster, which I'm very surprised that they're doing, but congrats Adopt Me. That means you can probably pick up a ghostly cat kind of easier now, especially since this pet is so expensive. Now, you might be wondering when are these pets leaving the game, because that's kind of probably why you clicked on this video, so let me go and explain. This right here is Adopt Me's Christmas wagon update. This is a glimpse of what it looked like last Christmas. You see, when Adopt Me goes and does a wagon, you only get 9 items. And those 9 items would change daily. And what actually is a wagon if you've never experienced one? Well, it's literally a shop for people who forgot to spend their currency. Say you forget to go and spend all of your candy. Well, the good news is you will have 1 additional week to go and spend it. And what used to happen was each day you'd be able to go and buy a different random selection of items. Adopt Me's changing it up this year. And honestly, I'm very surprised they're doing this, but at the same time, it makes sense. So after the Halloween update leaves on like the let me pull up the date. I'm pretty sure they said it was going to end on like the 3rd of October, which is a random date. So it doesn't actually end on Halloween itself. You get a couple days afterwards to go and do it. As you can see, this says 7 days. I guess that is the countdown until the Halloween is removed. The 3rd of October. I can't talk. 3rd of November is when the Halloween update's getting gone. Probably gonna be 4 p.m. UK time is the release of the Halloween removal, basically. So that is the time you need to spend your currency from. 1 week after that, you'll get a wagon. Now, as I said, this is how a wagon used to work. You got 9 items, and each day for the 1 week that the wagon was available, it would randomly change what it was. Well, Adopt Me said that it now includes everything. Like, every single item in one shop. Is this good? Yeah. I mean, there's literally nothing to complain about this. If anything, it's kind of better than what it used to be. So, for 1 week after the Halloween event is gone, you will be able to spend all of your remaining candy. Say, for example, I have 8,000 candy left, and I forgot to go and spend it. And the Halloween update leaves on the 3rd of November. I joined Adopt Me on the 4th of November, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to spend all my candy. What would I do now? Well, you go to the wagon, and you'll still be able to go and buy all of the exact same items. Like, it literally has not changed. Say I forgot to buy an I could go and easily buy one from the wagon. None of that has changed at all, which is great. This is a very good idea. For people who have bad memory. If you got dementia, then you're in luck. I always get people saying, oh, they didn't give me enough time to spend my candy. Bro, you have an extra week now, and you had all month. You had all month of you earning the candy to spend it instantly after you earned it. But you probably forgot, which is why Adopt Me added the wagon in the first place for all of the people that kept complaining. It's so funny. That's why they added this thing in the first place. So overall, W for Adopt Me. They actually listened, and they added an update which was kind of unexpected, but also good. But the one thing they did mention is that you cannot go and get the kitty bat, because how can you possibly get a kitty bat from a shop when the way you go and get it is by taming it? Now, obviously, if you go into your food items, it says untradeable until November the 1st. What happens November 1st? Because November 1st, is that when the Halloween update ends? Or does everyone's free yarn apple become treatable? Because obviously if Adopt Me is claiming that the Halloween update isn't ending until the 3rd of November, that means you get 2 days of trading the free yarn apple that every single account got, which I'm going to assume you probably ended up using. Let's be honest, if you made an account or you played Adopt Me, you probably used your free yarn apple. They made it untradeable until a specific date. Why, you might ask? So it would stop bots. It would stop a bunch of bots from going and harvesting it. Also, by the way, earlier today, I actually got my first yarn apple by knocking on one of these doors. I thought that was such a rare thing. Adopt Me still hasn't disclosed the percentage. I did specifically ask Adopt Me, and they didn't even tell me. Also, I think we should all petition that the fact that DJ Snoo should automatically be purple, because that's how it is in the minigame. Like, why? Why did they make it like the yellowy orange that it is? I don't know, but we won't question it, I guess. But what's actually coming out? Basically just the wagon. That's literally all you're gonna go and get. Nothing else fancy, nothing cool, no new bonuses, 20% extra candy, and a wagon. That's pretty much it. So there's nothing major to come out until Christmas is my prediction. I'm pretty sure they won't be releasing any new crazy things until Christmas, because that's what they're going to be working on next, which I guess does make sense. So if I was you, play the minigames now or wait until the 20% bonus and just like grind a bunch of it then. Because if you do it then obviously you would get 20% more than what you're currently going and getting. So if you're going to play it, you might as well do it when you get 20% more, if that makes sense. There's no new pets, no other new additional bonuses that you go and get. You don't get more yarn apples or any sort of other bonuses. It's just 20% extra candy, and that's pretty much it. So normally I remind people to spend their currency before the wagon comes in case the items in the wagon are not what they wanted. But now you can just buy everything in the wagon, so it doesn't necessarily matter. To be honest, like it really doesn't matter if you forget to spend it, because you will have 1 week still to go and buy the additional things. So it's actually really not that bad. Also, this isn't update related, but Adopt Me did do a promo code called like 2x copper key, and Adopt Me actually helped to fundraise £500,000 to fund a new children's cancer center, which, guys, you need to give Adopt Me a round of applause. Obviously, the whole people who are participating in this charity fundraiser, £500,000. That's like $600,000 for you guys in America, was raised to fund children's cancer centers in the UK, which is amazing. I'm from the UK, so well done to the Adopt Me team for participating in a charity. Very awesome to see that happening. Now, if I was you, I'd be going and hatching some of those special Halloween eggs. If you don't know what I mean, I made a video showing you hatching the Halloween eggs, and I'd also be going and stocking up on as much candy as I can and making sure you go and claim those things to go and get all these pets before they leave. I think personally my favorite is the Skelly Bat. The Slimingo's got quite a lot of value, but I feel like the Skelly Bat or the Ghostly Cat are probably going to be pets that will become like preppy in the future, especially this thing. People love cats, and I feel like this will be a preppy pet, so buy a bunch of this and make it Neon Omega while you still can, because I know for a fact once the Halloween update's gone, people are going to want the Ghostly Cat. People aren't going to want a spider. They're going to want Ghostly Cats. They're not going to want these things. They're going to want kitty bats and Ghostly Cats. So go and get your kitty bats, while you can. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go and like it and subscribe. Press the button on the right to watch another Adopt Me video, which YouTube picked just specifically for you. Also subscribe, we're trying to get to 1.1 million subscribers, and so many of you guys watching this haven't subscribed. And hey, secret channel on the left to go and watch behind the scenes and real life content, non-gaming.